How are we doing, lads? Welcome to another video. So we're just going to be continuing with the Hammerless setup and implementing this little pulse extender clock thing here in this video, as well as just wiring up our trapdoors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So with the actually, I did want to avoid trapdoors initially, so I guess we'll skip the trapdoors for now. But what we will start doing is, I do want to wire up our power now, and we can start timing out our power. And yeah, I guess we'll just go from there, to be honest. So it always gets a bit finicky, to be honest, to power Hammerlesses and set everything up super nicely on a Hammerless. So just trying to think of how I did it for my 1.6 sec. Okay, that's right. So I powered it up through, I think I powered it through there or something. Something like that. For the hammer timings. We'll just do that, to be honest. I do need this pulse extender in, obviously. So what I'll do is, so everything's being pushed this way. Or do I want to push this way and up and over? I can't even remember, eh? On the comp on this side, I think. Roughly, from memory. We'll give it a crack. So, okay, so it's going to be a little bit weird. Just because, in a Hammerless, you do need to split up the power and the hammer. So I think what we'll do is we'll sort of set the barrel up. So the barrel will be just coming out here. And this will be the barrel here. So I think the method that I was really happy on to separate the hammer and the power was I actually used I'm going to drop the floor down by a little bit, I think. By 1 or something. Drop it down by 2. Yeah, so I used this really dodgy thing, what I thought was really dodgy at the time. I had a slab here. Now, the reason why I say it's dodgy is because you basically just have a fucking block missing in the bottom of the floor. But I found, like, this is never an issue with this cannon. And the reason for that is when the TNT is falling down here, it needs to land like perfectly within like a one by one block area in order to fall into this slab here. And that was like never the case, so I think that should be fine. What I'll do is I might just put those blocks there, because obviously I sort of need that there. It's a bit finicky, to be honest. Let's try and get all this timed out properly. So basically what I want to happen is I want to boost my power through, and we're going to be using this slab here to separate it all. I might just move that forwards, to be honest. Yeah, so we've got our slab here, which is separating it all. And basically what I want to happen is I want our power to go straight forwards and sit here. And this is going to be our barrel here. Have our sand shooting in from the side, standard sort of stuff. But the biggest difference here is the fact that we're just going to be boosting our the way that I do my Hammerlesses is I actually boost the hammer over the top of the power, boost it forwards to here, and then shoot it in. As far as I know, it's a really off-meta setup. I don't really see anyone else doing it, but it's the way that I prefer to do it. Of course, you can do like other methods, but I think personally, like with regards to build times, are going to be the most efficient you can get with physical separation. So we'll just use this one here. So again, power gets shot forward, and block needs to go there. Ladder. And then what we need is, we'll put a slab Actually, I'll do this booster first. So obviously, if this piston here is getting raised and stopping the it's letting the power forwards and then it's boosting the hammer into it after. Obviously, we're gonna need a booster to boost it up and over. So what I settled on for this style is I was putting a booster, same sort of vein as the piston there. It was just air, just hangs here, and then boom. So now we've got a booster there. So when it shoots over the slab, sets here, and then when the hammer shoots through, it gets shot forward to here. This piston is now raised, so it gets shot upwards into the top here, and then over and onto this trapdoor, and then it'll get shot forwards by another booster. So it's really, really quite a different approach, but it's one that I was very, very happy with. So I'll just run that. But yeah, that's sort of it there. Also just closing the barrel from this side here too. And yeah, you can see how incredibly compact that is when you do tuck that booster in underneath, instead of having the second fucking barrel. Anyway, what we'll do is get the rest of this wired up. So I think what I'll do is I'll put in the I'll get this powered first. So I'll do just power those blocks on the side there. I'll just put redstone either side there. So when we power this with a piston, obviously it's going to power that block there, and that block there. So it'll power everything from the bottom as well as the one in the middle. So that's how we'll power that. And then we can just do some redstone torches there. I think that's okay. Or I might want it one higher. Again, I'm just trying to remember how I did this. Maybe I will just have it one higher because... Okay. Yeah, that works, I think. Does it? No, I can't have it one lower. Can I? I think so. Yeah, okay, that works. So this is actually where I put my pulse extender, just on top here. And then I'll just use this sort of like little area here to send the pulse up to my hammer. So I'll just install this pulse extender, just make sure I do get it right. And then we've got 2 ticks underneath. Of course, this repeater and the pulse extender, that dictates how many ticks are between your powers. So I'll set that to 2 there. And then we can just feed this pulse extender from here. Just like that. And then yeah, basically what we can do from this point is we'll just use this pulse extender here to power the hammer. So when it goes on, okay, yep. So what we can do is just use some redstone there, and of course we can use rails. We can use anything that's going to detect a redstone change here, and then we can just go bang, bang, and bang, and that should work fine. Will that work fine? I think actually I need this one higher. Bit of a finicky situation here, to be honest. So it keeps that powered. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it there. Yeah. So yeah, when that powers that one, and then yeah, it doesn't go back down there, so it'll power down there or something. Okay, yep, that works. So what we can do from here then is we'll just wire up our hammer. I think I wanted like an 8-tick hammer or something for this. So I might just do this up like 4 or 5 blocks and just see if it works a few blocks up. Do a little more. Okay, and now we can just wire up our power. It'll just be a standard power. I'm not sure how much this is. I think this is like 12 high. It is 12 high. Yeah, we don't want 12 high. We want 10 high because we need both sides to be 150. We've got 15 long, so we don't need 12 high. Regardless, though, I think I can just nick this anyway. Copy. 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 There we go. And then we'll just paste that thing just here. Should work. Bang. Yep. Separate both the sides and I think I could just move 2 down. Yeah, there we go. So that should be 150 dispensers on both sides. So that's 150 there, and it makes 300. And then hopefully this will just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Should be okay. I might just put a repeater here just for good measure. And now what we'll do is we'll just wire this up. So this is going to be powering my power. So what we can do is, just to test to make sure that it is working, I'll just cheese this a little bit to be honest. So again, we're just going to be running an A-tick separation here. So what we'll do is we'll just go sticky piston, and then grab ourselves an observer. Do have protection blocks underneath, sweet. And then we'll go TNT fill. And what we're sort of looking here is just looking for like the physical separation between the two sides. So there should be like quite a noticeable gap between the two, hopefully, if it's set up all right. Oh, there was like no gap there. Sorry for anyone who heard that. I didn't notice like any gap in the middle. Yeah, there's like no gap there. Oh, that's because that block's missing. Oh, it's also because I've got that fucking powder on. Jesus, everything's gone wrong. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, there's a fairly chunky gap there. That'll work. Sweet. So that's all I wanted to see, was just to make sure that there was a big enough gap there. So this will work. And what we can do now is we can just start wiring up our boosters. Like I said before, I did want to avoid using just trapdoor separation if I can with this setup here, but it might be inevitable, so we'll have to see. But basically, what we might be able to do is if we just put the... Again, this is all just falling back onto my 1.6 sec. I was trying to remember how I had that set up, because I had such a nice setup for it. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so what we'll do then is... Yuck. I guess, yeah, first thing we'll wire up is, I'll just wire this up nice and messy initially, and then I might clean it up later, I might not, depends on how I feel, to be honest. What we'll do is, we'll just put the pulse extender out here on this side here, and then we'll just go 3, 4 or something, and then we'll just go there, and then there. I'm just trying to like work out like the method of like the way that I sort of set it up, but I can barely remember it, to be honest. So again, I'll just put that one there, and then that one there. I guess we'll just try and time out these boosters now, to be honest. So basically what we want to happen is, the second this power here falls to the bottom there, we want to boost it all forwards, and hopefully we just don't get any interference between it and the hammer power, but we'll have to see. Anyway, what we'll do is we obviously want some delay on that booster there, so I might just put a redstone ticks in or something, and then we'll just fire it, and then we'll just adjust that accordingly. Oh, actually, that was way too early. And it didn't even boost properly, so that's mildly concerning. Did it boost properly? I don't think so. Whatever it was way too early. Oh, there we go. So just add some more delay there. So basically, the second it... Is it way too early? No, the second it lands, I want it to go off. Pretty much. So I might actually need to extend the pulse the other way. Why'd that triple pulse? Oh, it's detecting the change in redstone, I think. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'll need to add some delay to the hammer here. So 8 ticks of delay on the hammer. So we'll fire that and see if that works. So it falls... No, that's still way too late. Way too late? Too early. Alright, got 12 more ticks there, so we'll see. So that falls in. That looks pretty close, but we are spraying, so that's not good. So I'll try adding one redstone tick and just seeing if that works. That looks way too early, so I might just take 2 off. We'll see. That's still just a smidgen too early. Take that off again. We'll try again. I might just try taking this booster off, to be honest. Because that looks so close. But I think this booster here getting pushed up to the back there is absolutely fucking it. So I'll take that booster off, replace that with 5 and see if we can get anything from that instead. Looked close. That looks so close, eh? Make it another tick earlier. That did look worse, I think. Maybe it needs to be earlier again. This is all it is just fucking around with timings. That was way too early, yeah, fuck. So yeah, the first one needs to drop in, and then the second one needs to drop in. And one thing that we can do is we can actually kind of cheese it. Because of the setup that I'm using here, because I've got both of them double pulsing when they're turning on and off. What we can sort of get away with doing is I can just lever this signal and just see if it works when I flick the lever on and off. That'll make sense in a second once you see. Turns everything on. So what was that? That was way too early, I think. Okay. Really? Oh. Fuck off. Oh, get out of it. I'm trying to make a friend here. I'm seeing if he recognizes my skin. But I think he does. Oh, fuck off. I used to play with that guy ages ago. Alright, well this isn't going to improve, so I'm just gonna stop the recording here, to be honest. And yeah, it's disappointing, but it's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes people just crash a server. Shit happens. But yeah, I'll just catch you all in the next episode.